Yay, I finally got that right. Awesome. What's up? Wait, which camera am I using? That one. Okay. What's up? Okay, who do we got here? Hey, Megan. Hey, Kentucky. Sue Elliott. Barbara. Hey, everyone. Hey, Autistic. Oh, hey. What's up? I'm so happy to see you here. Finally. Yay. Hey, Peter. Yeah. I had a video ready for upload, but then when I did my preview watching, for last time, or, the final cut, I didn't like it. So it's not getting uploaded. I'm going to take cuts from it though, because I do like parts of it. But one of the things I had added to the video, I thought that, why do it there? I can just do it in a live stream, really. So I thought I'd do part of that video, do it here in the live stream tonight, and then just cut the rest of it and upload it later tomorrow or something. I wasn't planning on going live tonight, but I don't know. It's Friday night. I didn't have to work late tonight, and I have to work tomorrow night though. So why not? And I know I kind of wanted to come on live anyways and see how just talk to everyone. All the shit that's been going on this week. It's been a crazy week. It's been entertaining, for no doubt. But I'm feeling much better now. Yes, I still have like a little bit of a cold, but not run down or anything like I was feeling. I was getting better, and then it's like I relapsed for a day or two. But then I don't know. I was like, I had one good night's sleep, and that's all that it took. So, doing better. Thank you. Hey, Reagan. Hey, Heather. Hey, John Parker. What's up? Love me some Aaron. Yeah. So, yeah, I titled the stream that because, dude, did I learn that correctly? Is Jim Bob really running for Senate? Like our nation Senate? I'm guessing not his state Senate. I'm guessing the nation Senate, right? Yeah, that's awesome though, Heather. We are still mask mandated, and I have had no cold since this thing started. I am not unhappy. It's awesome, and I see you here too a lot, John. I see you. I'm watching. Hey, Sassy. Hey, Classy. That rhymed. Wow. No, he's running for state Senate, but still, sir. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, it sucks for that state, but the rest of the country is so kind of spared, I guess. So at least there's that. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, his son is starting a federal criminal prosecution where he's being charged with like some pretty freaking horrible shit. And what does the father do? Now seems like a great time to run for the state Senate. The fucked up, where are they? Arkansas, I think. I want to say that they're in Arkansas. The fucked up thing is that he might still win. I mean, at least this his son's case isn't going to hurt his run at all. Let's be honest. So, 1 second. My nose keeps running. I don't want to be like Katie and start playing with boogers and shit in it, or sticking Q-tips out my nose, or drug spoons, whatever you want to call them. Okay. What's going on? What I missed? I've had a bad day, and this week was not good. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you hear about the nurse that stabbed another nurse after he murdered his parents? Holy shit. You're in Canada too, aren't you? Canadians don't usually do shit like that to each other, do they? I mean, I know it's kind of a joke or whatever, but it's kind of what makes it so funny is that it's kind of true too about Canadians. I mean, I live like 2 hours from the border. They really are the nicest freaking people in the world. Winnipeg. Wow, that's horrible. Shit, I'm sorry, man. Did it have anything to do with a vaccine mandate? I'm wondering what to expect. Is like I don't know, fallout maybe? I don't know. Like, was one like in a relationship with the other nurses? I mean, why was the nurse on nurse crime happening? Do they know? That's pretty shitty. But yeah, so I did hear that right then. Jim Bob is running for state senate. Okay. Wow. Doesn't Todd Chrisley want to run for office too? I want to say, didn't he say that in one of his interviews recently with like People magazine or something? I could swear he made reference to running for office. Man, I would hate to be the reporter who wrote a bunch of shit about a couple of people who then ended up in like pretty decent, like, I don't know, political offices. That might suck. See, Classy, if this were any other state, oh, I'd agree with you 100%, but this is Arkansas. I don't know, man. And I mean, because it'll be, I mean, I think people should really reason a little bit when it comes to stuff like this, although maybe not this in particular. But like, if your relative does something, then why they shouldn't really come back and reflect poorly on the whole family. However, with what we're talking about here, I don't know. I think different rules apply. But okay, well, you can shut the doors. Okay, just shut them, please. Okay. So, like I was saying, like you cannot have your acts fall back on the whole family. But this is something different, I think. But also, this is Arkansas, I think. So, hey, Claire, what's up? I'd vote for you for president. Absolutely. Come on, get that campaign going. Every voter can get a mind picture or something. I'm kidding. Those are mine. They're not saying officially, but my neighbor knows the victim, and yes, it's vaccine related. He was fired for vaccine. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, well, I thought that there might be a possibility for it. It looks like I was right. Fuck me. Yeah, Arkansas is the same state that gave us pervert nose Bill Clinton. I'm conservative, but would never vote for Jim Bob, and I know many who wouldn't ever tolerate the shit he's involved. Oh no, I hear you there. I mean, I don't think that being conservative means that you're more likely to tolerate this shit. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, just everyone's human. Humans don't tolerate this shit, period. Right. No, I was joking about Arkansas, and I mean, I apologize, but maybe it was a bad joke. Okay. Just because it's Arkansas, but that's why I was doing it. I wasn't doing it because of conservatism or whatever. Oh no, Barbara, dude, they all suck. That's where you find me. You don't find me on any side here when it comes to politics, because even though like a lot of my views or values or whatever, however you want to put it, they more or less align. I guess you could say maybe with the left more, but I could tend to think of it as more progressive than anything, because I'm not exactly aligned with the left either. But other than that, then I think it's like the people against the politicians. Other than that, it's just, yeah. Yeah, they all suck. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Biden. I was miserable with the thought of Hillary Clinton. I mean, when Trump won, I got to say, I wasn't upset. It was one of those things where it's going to suck no matter who wins, and it's going to not suck no matter who wins. You know what I mean? It just, whatever. Who can afford gas? I don't drive all that much. Like most places I go to are like really close by. I don't know. Like I walk a lot of places, or my bike. I can still ride my bike this time of year. It's a little cold though in the mornings. I wanted Bernie too. Yes. Oh my God, I was totally into Bernie. I still love him, but he's not running for president now. I was just thinking about this too last night. Like I felt like I was still mourning or grieving a little bit from the 2016 primary there, 2000, whatever, that election's primary. Because I thought about where we would be today had Bernie won. Like, where would this country be? Where would I be? Where would society be? Where would COVID be? You know what I mean? All of it. And I got kind of sad because I really think I feel like that we could have all been someplace a lot better than where we are. But is gas really that expensive? Where is it? Where are you? I'm in California, and Newsom makes Biden seem like, like what? Oh, gas is $6 a gallon where you're at in California? Get out. Really, Classy? Holy shit. I don't even know what it's here. I haven't looked in I don't know how long. I don't drive much. Like, Michael will drive sometimes, but I mean, every place we go is like right nearby. So even if we do drive, we don't drive far. I think the thing that gets us out driving more than anything is bringing me to work or my younger son to work. And we both work like within a mile from here. So like, in fact, his work is almost like right next door to my work. But yeah, when you live in Costa Rica, you don't have to drive much. I wouldn't drive at all if I lived there. Oh God, I would love to live there. I would love to live there. I seriously, like, I had it like stuck in my head. Like, it was right not long after my dad passed away in 2013, and I had myself convinced that's it. I'm going to start planning. I'm going to go. I'm going to move somewhere, Central America, wherever. I'm going to pick a country. And Costa Rica was one I really wanted to pick. Cheap taxis and buses. Cool. Yeah, they're not that cheap here. Like, the taxis aren't. Hell no. They're crazy not cheap. But the buses, even those are kind of more expensive than I would think that they should be. I don't know. What is our gas here? Oh, wow, it's cheap here still. And this just says New York, so I don't. But it's a state. It says it, but it doesn't really specify too much. But it's right around $3.54 a gallon for regular. Oh, upstate New York. Okay, it's $3.22. No, $3.25. I'm sorry, $3.25. It's cheaper downstate. What the hell? Yep. So that's cool, I guess. Wonder why it's $6 a gallon though in California. Holy shit! Why I don't want that? That's crazy. I don't see my face that big up close. Cigarettes are $11 a pack here. Oh my god, it's crazy. I quit smoking years ago. I can't imagine buying cigarettes now. We use leaders here though. All right, so I'm gonna pull up that video. Yeah, it's gonna be playing from a YouTube channel, but it's not hers. It's my original, my old YouTube channel. I actually uploaded a bunch of videos to it, and I have everything enlisted. But so I'm just saying, if you see it playing, don't bother going to look for it because it's not on her channel. Now, my reasoning too for doing this, I had an idea for a video the other day. So, wait a minute. So my idea was, because I was watching an older video, I was watching a clip, and it dawned on me that that now watching some older, not older, like a couple months older, not like crazy older videos though, there's a lot more to take away from it now, knowing everything that I know now. So I had a couple of videos in mind that I wanted to just check out again. And when I was starting to do this, I was talking with someone and I mentioned what I was doing, and they go, "Oh, well, then you should do, this stream." I don't know. They said the name of it. I'm like, "What stream was that?" And I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "Oh, because this person said this about you and everything." I'm like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "I don't remember this." But they were talking about a uni stream, and this is the video that I'm not uploading because I don't like actually. But I made a video commentating to it. And he said a lot of messed up shit about me in this stream. It was like an 8-hour stream. And I remember it when it came out, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched like a couple minutes of it. I didn't know that I was talked about that much. But yeah, I mean, like he called me like the most evil person on YouTube or some shit like that. And oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, I do want to do this. Yeah, because I am that petty. Where is it? Well, maybe I won't be able to be that petty. Oh, yeah, I can. Uh-huh. So, yeah, one other thing he said in the video, too, was he was talking about how he had it in his head that I made a mixtape of Charlotte and Waxy crying or some shit like that. But he's telling the story how he envisions me driving around in my shitty car listening to this mixtape. And I'm like, oh, bitch, you think I have a shitty car? No, I don't. I wonder, is this the car he was picturing? I wonder. I don't know. Was that Camaro the car he was picturing? I don't know. But I don't think that's a shitty car. So yeah. Sorry, Uni. Maybe now when you picture me driving around listening to things that I never listened to or shared before, maybe now you can picture me in my actual car. Okay? What storm? We had a storm? Reagan asked, I think that was a few minutes ago, but I just sent out Alcina Reagan. What storm? I know we had rain, I don't think yesterday, maybe the day before. Thank you, Barbara. I love you guys too. Well, it's not just my Camaro. It's our Camaro. I'll be honest. But I didn't really care if we got it or not. I just wanted a convertible. That's all I wanted. I kind of like our old convertible better though. So it's Sebring, it's white with a black top. It was so nice. I love that car. Who's taking a big break? Megan? Oh, just Briz. Oh, okay. All right. I see now. Yeah, I haven't seen her online either, on social media that much. Maybe a couple times on Twitter, I think. I seen her tweet or something. Don't you walk? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he walks. Yeah. Well, I mean, at least he does on his Periscope videos. I'm not sure if that's, I don't know if he has to drive or go to any places like dailies or not. So, but yeah, he was saying, I picture her driving around in her piece of shit car. And then he changed it. He's like, no, I don't even want to give her a car. I picture her walking around like with a 1980s boombox or whatever up on my shoulder. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I could kind of see that. I'm not going to lie. I would do that. Totally. In fact, I think I did do that when I was like a teenager. Well, maybe I didn't do the pimp walk that he envisioned for me, but whatever. Okay, so yeah, this video. Anyway, like I was saying before I got distracted again, when I had this idea, one of the first like 2 videos that came to mind that I wanted to do this with was this one. So, and I thought I'd just do it now. It's like 45 minutes long or whatever. I mean, I don't know. We don't have to go through it all, but I'm going to want to stop and make like notes or whatever, just timestamps or some shit. But it's amazing though what you pick up on when you listen to these things like just a few months later, because of the information that comes out between your last time or when you likely first came out and now. Not every video will have this effect probably, but the videos about subjects that are still ongoing discussions today very likely will. Damn it. $185 for a carton of cigarettes, Karen Collins? Holy shit. It's crazy. Yes, a boombox. Yep. That's what he pictured me. He pictured me walking around like some 80s breakdancer with a boombox on my shoulder, listening to a mixtape. I made a mixtape, he was saying. Like, dude, I haven't made a mixtape since like 1992, probably. Hey, Kira. Okay, you don't have to chat, but I'm glad you're listening. Special gummies? I want special gummies. All right, so let me share this. I did have it shared, I thought. Okay, so this one, this one actually I was able to put a title into. My truth about being stalked, how they manipulated YouTubers to believe their lies about, I think it might have said about me, I'm not sure. I didn't put anything in the description. Damn it. I didn't put a date in there, I guess. This is from like August or something, though. Or shit. When was it? This one I might still. No, I don't. Damn it. But yeah, I think it was the end of July, beginning of August. Because it was right after. It was right around the. Yeah, it was like not long after the whole live stream on Kay Baxter's channel with Katie, and I think Natalie was on it too. So, hey Cindy D, Hey, Deborah. Cool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play it.
Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a good day. This is not a normal video, and I realize it's going to be a little bit convoluted, and I'm probably not going to be able to answer every question that people have, but there's been a lot that's been going on in the community related to me, and it just feels like it would be completely ridiculous for me to ignore this, but I also need to respect the fact that we are now in a position where there are multiple agencies, including lawyers and police and the FBI, investigating. And so I obviously can't share everything, but I did want to just tell people my side of the story, or really just what I've learned. So everyone knows that I went through a lawsuit, and it was actually it's now settled, thank goodness. And there was a lot of misinformation that was going around at that time. There was a lot of just really wild accusations, and there was just a lot of people that were trying to insert themselves into the suit, which created a lot of chaos, and it created a lot of undue stress for me. I was always confident that the lawsuit would settle, or we would be able to, come to a resolution. I never believed that it would go all the way, and thankfully we did settle. And honestly, I have been so happy about that. I think everyone involved was so glad to be able to put this aside. There truly is, when I say this, absolutely no hard feelings between me and the other parties. And it's been healing for me to have that part and that chapter closed.
I know she said this, and she said this more than once, how there's no hard feelings and everything, but I just can't get the question out of my head of, why don't we hear both parties? Why isn't Tati out here just kind of making the same statement? Like, she's made no statement. So the fact that she's been not out here making the same statement tells me she may not actually align with the statement. I don't know, but I just, and after I seen Tati did do a video upload, I don't think it was yesterday, the day before maybe, or the night before, I don't remember. And just listening to her and how she just, everything she said, I kind of feel like that when time does come when she's able to talk, so she might actually talk. And some people won't like it.
But there's this lingering aspect that has been stuck, and it has really tarnished my reputation, and it's made me feel like I don't have a voice on this platform. And it's made me feel like no matter what I say or do, people say that I'm an evil, terrible person. And it's hard because for months, people have been making really big accusations against me. And no matter what I say and do, it's like I've been gaslit. Like, people don't believe that actually this happened. So, to help you understand what happened, and I don't want to have to bring all the receipts. I think there's enough videos out there that you might be able to find something on YouTube. But there was a woman named Natalie that.
What? My truth. She says, she starts off the title of this video, My Truth. But if you want to see the receipts, you can go watch other people's videos. What the wow.
Basically inserted herself into the lawsuit, and she alleged that I was hacking her and sending threats and doing all of these different things. And she also was alleging that we had this like years long relationship, and we were she was claiming things about my marriage that just were like not true, like that my husband was not a good dad and that he was doing things to my son. And we had CPS at our house multiple times. So the first time CPS came to our house, it was in, I think, the fall, and it was after a channel named T-Spiracy put out a video. In the video, she had amplified the sound of a live stream I had done on Instagram. And
wait a minute.
During my life, it was at our house, and that he was doing things to my son. and we had CPS at our house multiple times. So the first time CPS came to our house, it was in, I think, the fall, and it was after a channel named T-Spiracy put out a video. In the video, she had amplified the sound of.
All right, so she said the first time that they had CPS there was in the fall. Now, this video was uploaded to her channel, the one we're watching. It was uploaded to her channel in either the end of July or beginning of August, but it was this year, 2021. So by fall, I'm to assume that she means the previous fall, which would be 2020, correct? Well, T-Spiracy didn't upload this video until the end of November 2020, which, yeah, technically it's still fall. I get that, but I'm not sure if I would. I don't know. The timeline doesn't really seem to make sense. And CPS being at her house, so that would mean CPS was at her house last fall, though, according to her. I don't remember there being a visit last fall. I remember there's one in March she made a big deal out of, and then there's two in September. But either way, when she uploaded this video, the September ones didn't happen, so those, just forget about those. The only one I think that I recall was the one in March. That's clearly not fall. I don't know. It's probably nothing. I don't know.
A live stream I had done on Instagram. And during my live stream, my son was upstairs and I was downstairs, and he was sleeping. He was trying to go to sleep. And my husband had had a really long day. He had been upstairs in our bedroom for hours with our dog because I was really stressed out that day during the lawsuit. I had a lot of really tough, like, stressed out days where I felt like I was going to lose it, and he was just trying to keep the dog away from me so that I could work. And after being with the dog all day, trying to keep her happy, and then having my son.
I love how this was just a couple months ago, a few months ago tops. She's still trying to push the whole dog story. Meanwhile, she has spoken about the CPS call, or CPS calls in general, how many times on streams, and every time she blames it on her son having a meltdown. So I guess maybe during video uploads, it's the dog, but during live streams, it was her son. I mean, I don't know. Just, dude, it's like, sis, come on, sis. Just drop the freaking dog shit already. Drop the dog excuse. No one's buying it. We all know it's bullshit. We all know the truth. Just drop it. And it's like, nope. But she'll drop it. She'll admit it otherwise, but okay, whatever.
And struggling to go to bed. My son, who happens to have autism, had a little bit of a meltdown, and he told his daddy to get away from him. And he's a kid, right? So they amplified it to make it sound like he said that, like, he punched my son, which didn't happen. I will just say that my son, a lot of times when he's upset, just says, "Don't touch me." And I think he gets that from me, to be honest. I hate to be touched when I'm angry. And he does not like to be touched when he's angry. And we have never.
Why did she feel the need to even throw that in there? Just lots of kids don't like to be touched, especially when they're mad. It's not weird. It's not even odd, I wouldn't think. I would even, dare I say, put that on like common. I mean, I don't know why the need to throw that in. Oh, maybe because she wanted to, somehow throw herself in the story, because I don't like to be touched. Maybe that's why.
Ever used anything with our hands. No belts, no objects. Nothing.
I believe that. I do believe that.
Nothing. So it was very jarring to me that a simple moment of my son having a little bit of a meltdown would turn into this video, which proceeded to get people very riled up about my husband. And shortly thereafter, we started getting calls to CPS. So CPS showed up at our house in the fall after this video went out.
Why did they do that?
And they referenced why they were there. They said that they had seen a video on YouTube that had sounds that made it sound like my husband was doing something to my son, which we now know is the video that T-Spiracy put on her channel, which she still will not to this day remove. They came, they interviewed us, they interviewed my son's nurses, and everything turned out to be false. They said it was unfounded. They said there was no evidence of anything, and they basically just closed it. We told them that I was a public figure, and
that is a very, very good point, Illuminacy. Hey, by the way, I do not think I've ever seen anyone speak in such absolutes like Katie does. And she does. Like, wow. I mean, I don't think it's just I've ever really realized that. I mean, I know I've heard her say it, and I've noticed like at times like how can you be so certain about something? But she speaks in absolutes. Holy shit. On play. What the why isn't it playing? Come on. 5:30, all right. Why can't I hear it? Oh, it's right. I got to share screen again, don't I? No, I don't. No, I don't. Why is my mouse not working, really? I know you guys probably can't hear it. I know I can't hear it either. I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe it's just my problem, something else. Oh, my God. What? Why is it's like nothing? My mouse doesn't want to. My computer doesn't want to pick up on my mouse. The arrow's moving around, but when I click on something, nothing registers. Damn it. I have another USB port. Yeah, I do. Okay. Is this going to work though? It's probably not going to work through that now. Oh, yay, it does. Yay. What? Come on. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like, it's just on the browser, it seems. What about over here? Can I do shit over here? I can't control anything on my browser screens. I don't know what the hell's going on. Did I hit something I shouldn't have? Tracking speed, scrolling speed, double click speed, primary mouse left. Sorry, I don't fucking. Okay, swipe between pages, mission control, or gestures. Okay, well now it's working there, but is it working here? Yay, now it's working. Okay. Fuck you. Okay, back to the video. Hopefully. We'll see. I still can't hear it.
Touch me.
There we go.
And I think he gets that from me, to be honest. I hate to be touched when I'm angry. And he does not like to be touched when he's angry. And we have never, ever, ever used anything with our hands. No belts, no objects, nothing. He has never been spanked, nothing. So it was very jarring to me that a simple moment of my son having a little bit of a meltdown would turn into this video, which proceeded to get people very riled up about my husband. And shortly thereafter, we started getting calls to CPS. So CPS showed up at our house in the fall after this video went out, and they referenced why they were there. They said that they had seen a video on YouTube that had sounds that made it sound like my husband was doing something to my son, which we now know is the video that T-Spiracy put on her channel, which she still will not to this day remove. They came, they interviewed us, they interviewed my son's nurses, and everything turned out to be false. They said it was unfounded. They said there was no evidence of anything, and they basically just closed it. We told them that I was a public figure, and they noted that, and they said, you know, as long as you're doing what you're doing.
Hey, so mods, I'm sure you guys saw the message, or I hit it now. This not really his account, is it? I mean, I don't think it is, but they're not showing up in participants anymore. So I don't think they're still here. But if you get a second, you can see the deleted message and you'll see who it is. I mean, can you read the message? Just, I mean, does that even sound like him? That doesn't sound like anything he'd say from what I know.
Don't worry about it. Well, everything will be fine. So then I had a really tough time, and there was one night where I said I was feeling like I might end my life, and that night someone did show up and the cops did come, but the cops came besides that. So I'm not going to fault someone for contacting the police if they feel like I'm not safe.
Okay.
But there was.
So if I to get this right, someone unnecessarily contacted the police because of something she said or did or whatever that gave them the impression that she might want to end her life. She's not going to fault anyone for calling the police when, you know, it's they're looking out for her. But you want to look out for my son over some video where you think you heard something, it's, even if you're not coming to hurt me, you're doing this because you genuinely think that there's an issue. But I won't stand for that. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like, even though in both situations there is no issue for real, but she can't fault someone for thinking of her behalf and calling for her. But don't you dare fucking do it on my kid. That's what it sounds like. You don't think it's him? All right, yeah. Okay, cool. It's not just me then. Thank you. But yeah, it doesn't sound like she's like, yeah, don't look out for my kid. But yeah, you can look out for me. What the fuck?
There was cops that showed up here again a couple months ago, and it was snowing, and it was two deputies, and they said, we received a 7-page report from Hennepin County. I don't live in Hennepin County, so whoever contacted, they went to the wrong county. The city I live in is in between two counties. And so they said, Hennepin County received this, it was sent to us, and we just have to follow up. And this report included that you and your husband are doing things to your son. They accused me of having Munchausen's by proxy. And they said that my husband had, again, using the same video, claiming that my husband had punched my son. Obviously, having spoken to...
You know what else too? Like I pointed out earlier, T-Spiracy put that video up at the end of November. It's like November 24th, I think. It was what I just read. So this video was done this past summer. The CPS visit in which she's referring to now happened in March, like right in the middle of March, I think. So that means from November to March, she had nothing to say about this video. And she knew about it because she did say, she said something in the video or live stream where she referenced its existence, basically, but she had nothing to say about it. No, I'm not even going to talk about it. Whatever. Stupid. Like that was kind of like her response. Oh, shoot, that's right. I got to look at that. So, yeah, that was her response. And then from March until now, she didn't really make that big of a deal about the video either. Why is she making such a big deal about this video now or this summer? Why didn't this video piss her off like before this shit happened?
To them, I again explained to them what was going on. They knew at this time that I was a public figure. And so they said, okay, yeah, we figured as much. We had to come out. We'll just close this out. They said CPS might have to come out. We're not sure, but if we can just tell them that everything's fine. They looked at my son. Nothing was amiss. It was over. Okay. I'm not going to share like the reports simply because like one, I don't want to put that information out there for my son, and I don't want to put that information out there for my husband, but it did happen. And anyways, so after that happened, the lawsuit settled. So things calmed down a lot. Like a lot of the information just sort of calmed down. But at the height of everything, when this Natalie person entered, suddenly we started receiving all of these threats. So on a daily basis, I was receiving anywhere from 20 to 30 horrific threats. So the threats were coming from what is seemed to be a spoofing email. So I learned a lot in this process. So basically what was happening was they were using a website that allows people to fake emails. And so I learned how to actually run headers of emails, which I had never learned how to do before this. And I was able to track that they were using a VPN, meaning they were trying to cover their IP address. So it was really difficult. And they were always using like one in another country. And the spoofing email that they were using was an account that was based in the Czech Republic. And when you Google it, it basically says mail faker. They were using these mail fakers, and whoever was sending them knew everything about what was going on in my life. They were watching every video. They were talking about everything that was happening to me publicly.
What happened?
They were making accusations. They were trying to extort me. They were threatening my son's life. They were threatening my life. They were threatening my husband's life. They were attempting to say if I didn't do things, they would release information. And when I wouldn't respond, then they would put out these screenshots on Twitter that were obviously doctored, obviously false. And I just sat there and tried not to respond to it because I felt like not responding to it would make these people go away. And it just didn't stop. And as the lawsuit was going on, people started covering this and really taking these claims, because then the girl ended up filing a declaration, which I can't say for sure, like yay or nay, like she might have believed this happened, but the woman that filed this also has very severe mental health issues. She just has impairments that make her more vulnerable. And so it became apparent that maybe someone was manipulating her to believe that these things were going on. But this person was adamant that she had a relationship with me, even though she didn't. I didn't know her. I didn't have any conversations with her. I don't talk with people really off of like DMs. And I certainly really don't talk to my subscribers just because I've been stalked for such a long time. In the middle of all of that, there was a Facebook group that was run by someone named Tina, who like has been doing this to me for over 2 years. There was a Reddit called like it's an anti without a crystal ball, but it looks like without a crystal ball. So I think it sometimes confuses people.
Yeah.
And then there was
It's even
these
awesome.
parody
It's even
accounts
better.
that were popping up on Twitter that were apparently spreading, the truth about me. And what they were doing was
I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if anyone's actually genuinely, like, seriously been confused. But man, I hope so. I really freaking hope so. Hey, Annie. It's 4 degrees where you are, Karen? Oh, fuck that. Hell no.
effectively moving from creator to creator and gaslighting them about me, lying about me, and making them believe I was doing things that I wasn't doing. And so they were accusing me of doxing, of stalking, of harassing people, of sending threats, like basically everything that was happening to me in my messages with CPS at my house, with police coming here, like literally being doxed, they were accusing me of doing to other people. And I just wasn't doing that. I was trying to just stay focused, stay on course. And, a lot of videos were made about me. People say, like, you don't get a redemption arc or you're just a piece of shit person. I've heard that so much. Like, you are such a piece of shit. You are such a terrible person. Everyone in this community hates you. And it's hard because people don't like me, that's fine, but it's when they're not learning, when they're like thinking things that I'm doing as factual and they think that this is what I'm doing and I know I'm not doing it, and no matter what I say, no one believes me. It put me in a situation where even when I would try to share my story, I couldn't, because
she still, to this day, says, so-and-so said that I called a little girl a brat. I didn't call a little girl a brat. So, I mean, dude, just fucking admit shit. Wow. None of this shit is true. And they just shouldn't be allowed to tell me how much they don't like me. That should not be allowed. Come on.
no one believed me. Probably the creator that was the harshest on me was Creepshow Art. And she was working with a lot of these people. So basically, there was a Facebook group, there was Reddit, and then there was these parody accounts all working together in conjunction. And then there was these hate channels that were popping up on YouTube, all filtering and putting out the same kind of content, blasting everything that I did and said, and making it seem like I was this terrible person. So Creepshow Art, whose channel was very large at the time, she got upset with me because I called her out about something, and I can't even remember why. To be honest, I never liked Shannon. I thought she was very fake. Someone had told me to reach out to her. That's how I found out about her. And so I sent her an email to see if she might be able to help me with this. But I didn't like her. Kind of what I'm talking about right now. And she never responded. So I kind of just let it go. And I never really watched her channel, but I, because she's. But I got mad because she didn't respond. And the kind of content she covers just isn't what I've ever really been interested in. So I wasn't I would say a huge fan. I would
I mean, I don't want to really, maybe I'm getting a little picky or petty here or whatever, but because I know a lot of girls do it, a lot of women do it, guys do it too, I think. But does it bother anyone else though when she will sit there and talk, and every time she ends a sentence, she answers like this, almost like she's asking about a question, I mean, I'm sure I do it too. Don't get me wrong. I do. But it's like she shouldn't be doing it here. She's explaining something that she should be speaking about with some sort of confidence in what she's saying. So assurance. So she shouldn't need to have her sentence trail off to sound like a question afterwards in case she's wrong. Because according to her, she knows what she's saying and she believes what she's saying. So she shouldn't be ending her sentences like this. Instead she should be ending her sentences like this.
Shout her out sometimes because I just felt like, as a YouTube creator, you should shout people out. You should try to support other creators, that kind of thing. But she put out this video about me where she basically accused me of calling this little girl a brat, saying that I took out a restraining order for no reason, saying that I didn't have sources. She had there was a lot in that video that just wasn't accurate. And it was painted in a way that just was so.
Oh, no shit. There's a term for that? Wait, am I muted? No, okay. Upspeak? That's what they call it? I didn't even know that there's a name for it. Yeah, she's totally lying her ass off about how shit happened with Creepshow. I think the reason why she's kind of holding on to telling this story often, here and there over as time goes by, because Creepshow's not really going to be around much or isn't around much anymore to dispute her. So I think Katie feels like she can go farther with this bullshit. I didn't see that, Annie. No, I didn't, but I don't blame you. I don't. I don't know. I think I hit like a I don't know, like kind of like a eureka moment maybe when it comes to that. Like it just, now when I read like shit, it doesn't really bother me that much anymore. I just feel, whatever. I'll deal with it tomorrow kind of thing, like Scarlett O'Hara kind of approach. But yeah, I'd say a few months ago, though, that would not have been the case. I would have been like just all up and just get all freaking worked up and shit over everything. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Autistic Shell. I was confused by the subreddit at first. I thought it was hers. That's awesome. Oh, God, I love hearing that. I love that. Upspeak is to exaggerate or leave it open-ended. Yeah. There's a time and a place for it. I mean, it does serve a purpose and it should exist. I get that. But it shouldn't exist when you're talking in a live stream and you're talking about stuff that you know, like throughout the entire live stream. That's when it shouldn't exist.
So grossly misrepresented to what happened that it was so wild, because within that time frame, once she put that video out, suddenly all of these other people copied it. And so it was like all these other people, like Repzilla and T Mimi and the viewer's voice, Dustin, everyone starts this own narrative of like, I'm a stalker, I'm a doxer, I'm this or that. And I don't want to feel like, I don't want to put this out on the channels that mimicked her, because I feel like the ownership should go to Shannon, because Shannon's the one that used these troll groups. And then the other people just sort of like emulated what she said. And then we're also following court records, assuming what court records were honest, but they weren't. So this whole narrative that I was the doxer, the stalker, the harasser, and that I was sending threats is all false.
Oh, come on. Why do I keep doing that?
Have been making really big accusations against me, and no matter...
I'll go back to where I was in a moment. I apologize. I totally jumped to conclusions there and jumped to the wrong one. Light sensitivity is why you're not reading. Okay. I'm sorry. I know I hear anyone say I'm just, taking a break from reading the comments section on YouTube. My mind instantly goes to, no, mental health. I get it. I don't go to, oh, okay, yeah, it bothers your eyes. My bad. Oh, Michelle G, don't worry about it. You're okay. I hope everyone hears this. If you're a member and something happens, your membership expires or whatever, there's a mix up at the bank, or you just want to cancel for a little while. It's okay. I mean, thank you. And I appreciate any amount of time at all that you spent on my membership list, but you don't have to be there to hang. I mean, it's all good, but thank you. Thank you very much for considering me. So it's cool. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Or what I say.
Right, where was I? Okay.
Where I live, retracting her claims. So that I posted, and
were we all the way back here over there yet?
Often, because I genuinely felt like the person I had spoken to often was you. I
don't think we were that far along.
So it's actually happening, and I just didn't know who was doing it. And all of the reports are false, just so you know. So then after
I want to hear that again. Okay.
Photos of my home. And in general, I've just always wanted them to leave me alone, and they just don't. And it seems like this group now, with the help of maybe Miss Noble and Nat, have fostered an even more diabolical plan, and which includes filing at least 4 CPS reports against me, calling the cops on me, filing a fraud report, I believe, against my husband for unemployment
A
insurance
frog
or
report?
unemployment, and also filing a fictitious review that was negative against Michael Saltz, and also falsely reporting Michael Saltz to the bar in California. So they've been reporting me constantly. I was able to verify with the police yesterday that they have been reporting me, and that there are at least 3 or 4 CPS reports that have been filed. So it's actually happening, and I just didn't know who was doing it. And all of the reports are false, just so you know. So then everything was coming up with steam, and quickly Natalie then sent me an email where she basically said that she was realizing that this was all a lie. So last Saturday, she shared she sent this email that said, "I'm writing to you to apologize, and
I'm gonna just I want to mention this real quick. I'm looking at comments to a video of hers, and she replies to one person's comment. She says, "I was doxxed last year on a website for doxing, and my address was widely shared in a Facebook group. My address was widely shared in a Facebook group. That would make you think that someone found her address and posted it in the group for the whole group to see, and left it there and just handed it around, right? Widely shared in a Facebook group. She knows. I know she knows for a fact that the incident which she's referring to is a screenshot of like an aerial footage or whatever of her, not even her house, but the land there, and like anything identifying it has been edited out. So, and that was shared from one person to one person in a private message. So even then, no address was shared. It was a picture of a field. Okay, widely shared. It amazes me how just she doesn't even care that she's lying. She knows that she's fucking lying. I know she knows.
adding Michael Saltz to this message so that you can read. Up until a few days ago, I fully believed that I had a long-term relationship with you, and that I had videoed with you often, spoke often, and I fully believed that you were close, that Clark Swanson has threatened me, and that Michael Brown had done some things that I don't wish to go into. I fully believed I had conversations with you, that you had liked and commented on my posts, the screenshot I shared. I fully believed they were genuine, and I was speaking to you. My mother witnessed abuse also. She, however, did not know that you and your son's name. I told her the information. I was not until a few days ago that my mental health breakdown, that the truth became clear. The person I witnessed doing those things to her son, along with my mother, was a different person, and she too lives in the US. At some point, I've been triggered and living an alternate life that was not real. I felt real, and I spoke about you often because I genuinely felt like the person I had spoken to often was you. I've accepted and learned this, and I'm not mentally well. I've accepted I need more help, and will be seeking this. My mother did a video a few days ago. She witnessed that, but of another person. She did not see your face. I told her it was you, and told her your son's name also. That's my fault. Once my mom saw your face today, we had a long chat and a heart to heart, if you will, and I now know the person I was confused with. I'm so sorry. I've spent a few days unsure of how to approach this, but I've never one to shy away from owning my actions, behavior, or mistakes. Just because I am autistic and have 7 mental health disorders, it is not a free pass. I fully expect that you'll want to press charges against me, both of you. I fully expect the sheriff will too. I take full responsibility and accept the consequences of my actions.
All right, are we through?
Okay. Then
Sorry,
she
I should have
denied
skipped through
sending
that.
the threats and everything else. So, she also then copied a email that she had sent to the sheriff, or to the detective here in where I live, retracting her claims. So that I posted, and she sent me 2 more emails, adamant that she did not send the threats, even though there had been so many of them. Well, I started getting more information after Kay Baxter's video, where this person named Katie basically admitted to helping Nat file the police report, file the CPS report, and screenshots were shared basically that outlined what the CPS report was. The allegations were so terrible.
Hey, Claire, I just saw you in chat, right? Can you maybe reach out to Steve and give him a heads up about that? Because I'm wondering if they're showing up in my chat here, then they may be making the rounds or something. Maybe, I don't know, and I'm wondering why. Like why? So if I don't know, I feel like it's a plan. I don't know. I feel like maybe he should have a heads up. Thank you.
And other channel, Manda Pants, put out all of her screenshots about this. She doesn't like me. I'm not going to link the video, but there you go. So I started receiving a bunch of DMs from people, and I just want to share a few. These are only a few that I'd like to share, and then everything else I'm just going to save because there is going to likely be prosecution here. And again, all of these are allegations. And again, I don't know who all the players are. But apparently there was somebody that was helping her, Katie, and it was a guy named Dustin. So apparently this guy Dustin was doing all the tech stuff. So he might have been the one that was doing the emails, using the spoofer, or maybe attempting to hack into us. It's clear that.
Yeah, Annie. I seen when they came in earlier, and they it's like the same message too that they left, and I was reading it. I'm like, I don't think this dude would be in here. It would just come into my chat and start saying this about Steve in general or whatever, about the whole thing, or just come in my chat saying it. You know what I mean? Like none of it's added up. So and my mods agreed with me. You know, it didn't sound like him. So, but yeah. So I'm kind of wondering why. And Claire just said there that they showed up in Chesh's chat and in Claire's last one. So I'm wondering what's up there. And they're no longer in here as participants. So, and again, earlier they came in and they left like within minutes. So, and again, it looks like they did this. So wonder what's up. Yeah, I didn't think that account was him. I mean, I only met him and talked to him the one time, but just it didn't sound like him.
At least through the conversations I've seen, that Katie was threatening Nat to do things that she wanted her to do. She says, Natalie, I'm serious. If this conversation goes to the FBI, it will make your life a living hell. She has to screenshot quick. Her video recording stopped. Have you scared? Yep. Have her scared because she knows she fucked up. So, trying to keep Natalie into doing what she said, trying to keep Natalie submissive, trying to keep Natalie afraid. She also shared something that says, look at this. Thank you for making my job easier. I think he was planning on making Nat look like the hackers. I feel bad because me and Dottie gave Nat the go ahead to post the screenshots. I have a strange feeling that
I'm going to skip through these screenshots because I know that.
So she's spent a lot of time trying to frame Salt.
We already know this pretty much.
And she said, okay, quick. Another time she said, okay, quick. And I feel like I'm pulling her down. I have anxiety and depression. So this feels like a blow, right? Ugh.
From what I understand, from what I've been led to believe, is that it really is like just almost entirely Nat, or an entity known as Nat. I'll put it that way.
I'm trying to get out of it, but it's hard to. Nat said that they are calling her mom a liar. I just talked to Tina. We can come back, but we need to find that video of KJ. So a lot of these people deactivated their accounts. There was a Facebook group that I think is now archived, or they're not active on anymore. And people are like now deleting a lot of videos. And so she says, we talked to Tina. I think we can come back from this. And they say they're going to come back from this as long as they can find this video of me doing things, which literally doesn't exist. So Tina, again, is the one that has the Facebook group and has put out my address and in a Facebook group with a photo of my home, and has been stalking me for 2 years. So when I said that I have a stalker, I do. And I believe Tina is one of them. So, and then she said also, then the group, the 2 members are gone. I don't think they're real people. And she said, then suddenly the hackers are using to their advantage. Neither does Tina. She thinks one was KJ. So again, she's talking about Tina and a group that they had where they were talking about doing all of these things to me. And she said herself, but I don't know. I think it's something to do with Salt. I think he needed Nat's social media to try and figure out everything out. So I just want to say this. There's so much more to the story that I can't share. There is so much more I want to share, but I'm not going to say anything until the prosecution happens. I fully expect this to be all submitted to the FBI. This is only a tiny fraction of what we've received. There's a lot of DMs that are having to be combed through. A lot of people that were working on this are coming forward that were a part of this. And a lot of creators are now removing videos about me against allegations that Nat brought. And which I appreciate. I just, the hardest part for me in all of this has been that I have not lied at all. And I have been so gaslit by people believing these lies that my reputation has been so tarnished. And it's like, it started with Creepshow Art making that first video. And then it just once she did, it was like opening up this tidal wave where so many others started talking about these things and using and giving this group of trolls who have been harassing me for years credibility. None of these people.
What is she trying to say that? Is she trying to say that Creepshow Art is the reason why people make videos on her? Or whatever, that Creepshow Art started the trend, I guess? Because there were dozens of channels around before I even heard of who Creepshow Art was. It's not even close to, wow.
Know me. I don't have a relationship with any of them, and the information they share about me is false. I'm a human being that makes mistakes, but I don't deserve to have anyone working in a collaborative group to try to destroy me, to frame me, to file declarations in a lawsuit, to report me to police, to CPS, to making huge allegations against my husband that are not true. It's a scary, scary place to be. And it's something that happens so much on YouTube. YouTube is a cutthroat place where everyone feels like they need to have a piece of the pie. And sometimes doing that means that you discredit and you go after the creators that you think.
Okay, so I just had someone send me a couple screenshots here, and let me download one and share it, because I did, hearing her say what she said earlier there about the CPS thing, it caught my attention. Such, and I feel like it's one of those things, like I said, I wouldn't have known really, or may not have jumped out at me then, but now it's jumping out at me as bullshit. So, all right, so this screenshot here, it's a tweet and it's on December 6th, 2020. Finally, a stranger reported my husband to CPS for punching my son, which is false. We have never physically abused our son. CPS came to our home and closed the case immediately after interviewing us and our nurse. So I believe that this tweet, she was discussing this at this time, a few weeks maybe after CPS was at her house, because according to her, yeah, this shit did close quick. I remember thinking, isn't it normal? Don't they typically leave the case open for at least 30 days? And this was less than 30 days. So this was within a month of her posting this, I would say, that CPS was at her house. So, but in this video here, though, she says, she's talking about how they were at her house in the fall, which, judging by when she was saying this, she would mean fall 2020, I would assume. The fall of 2020. And then she said that T. Sperry had uploaded, I don't know, it doesn't seem like fall to me. So I don't know, just something's not right there. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. It could be just me. I don't know. I might be wrong. Something just doesn't feel right, though. Oh, sorry. I got to go back to that to share it. Okay.
Getting the attention that you want. People always say that the anti-Katie group is like this one cosmo that is bigger than every other. Well, it's like that because it was started in 2019 by a group of people led by a single person who had a vendetta against me to spread misinformation about me with the sole goal of like destroying my channel. They want me off the platform. I never did anything that was like wrong. I stood up for myself about a situation that had happened, and they said that until I retracted that, they were going to keep doing this to me. I will not retract what happened, and because it happened, and it was something that didn't make me comfortable, and that's really all I'm going to say about that.
Wait, what?
But something that they said I stood up for the platform. I never goal who had a vendetta against me by a group of is bigger than people always say that the anti-Katie group is like this one cosmo that is bigger than every other. Well, it's like that because it was started in 2019 by a group of people led by a single person who had a vendetta against me to spread misinformation.
Whoa. The person who created the group, though, wasn't Steve. I mean, it's someone who's not even in the group. I know I'd never even seen her in the groups or anything. I don't even know who she is. I guess she was on Teen Mom or something. That's all I know about her.
Information about me with the sole goal of like destroying my channel. They want me off the platform. I never did anything that was like wrong. I stood up for myself about a situation that had happened, and they said that until I retracted that, they were going to keep doing this to me. I will not retract what happened, and because it happened, and it was something that didn't make me comfortable, and that's really all I'm going to say about that. But they have sort of, in a way, fostered all of these other people, Tina, Kim.
This, I think, is what just really, really fucking gets to me. Because, like, the whole narrative there, and she's not pushing it that hard in this moment, but she does push it very hard in other moments. She's pushing this narrative that the whole thing between her and Steve, it all started or comes down to just the fact that he made her feel uncomfortable or whatever, and he can't accept that or whatever. She's playing the role, playing it up of being this victim of this misogyny or sexual harassment of this man or whatever. But even if she were right and she did experience a moment where she felt uncomfortable, then that would just mean comfortableness. Okay. That would not mean harassment. That would not mean, it would not be a decider of legality or whatever. So I think anyone who genuinely would feel or did feel uncomfortable would know that and would want it to be accurate. They wouldn't then try to exaggerate it up into something that it wasn't. But she's doing that. So that tells me that it's bullshit. She never felt uncomfortable. She just hated this man for some reason. She had it in for Steve. I mean, yeah, I get it. Steve can maybe sometimes bring that out in people. Well, maybe. But then, so what? Hate him if you want. Hate on him if you want. But let's leave the classification that's there to protect actual victims of this shit. Let's leave that alone. So that doesn't get messed up at all for the actual victims, okay? Just why can't you do that?
Now Katie, Nat, and these other channels believing these people. Another creator that made a lot of videos about me was Allie from Truth Sleuth, who I have asked her to stop. She defended me yesterday, but still degraded me and called me terrible names. And it's really hard right now for me to have any sort of dialogue with creators when they are saying such terrible things to me. It has made me feel defensive at times. It makes me feel like I can't trust anyone. It makes me feel like everyone hates me. I've never been disliked this much in my life. Like, I am not the kind of person that's disliked in the real world. I've always had a lot of friends until becoming a mom. And I've always been very social, and
I don't think that's true. Just saying.
always had like, at work, I was always well liked. I always did a good job. I had a job in corporate for 16 years. Like, I've never had this level of hate in my life. I've never had people like spread such things about me. I've never been involved in serious crimes. I've never committed fraud. Like, I have a child that I'm working to protect. I have a child that I'm working so hard for. I'm the sole provider of my family.
So someone came in to chat, Jaina. Your stream title is interesting. If you think the whole Senate is trash, why don't you go and run for Senate? Those who can't do talk, and that's all you're doing. Because I'm an American and that's my fucking right. I can sit here and talk. I can sit here and critique. I can sit here and judge our politicians that we voted into office. That's my fucking right. That's why.
And the fact that they have tried repeatedly to falsely accuse my husband of crimes that are false, they have closed, and they have falsely tried to get my child removed from me is terrifying. As a community, I feel like we need to do a better job. Even if it's hard to stand up for someone and you feel you've got trolls that are coming at you, if you bend to the trolls, this is what happens. A tidal wave of false allegations are created. A tidal wave of terrible allegations that are not true takes hold, and a community believes them. And nobody speaks out, because if they are, they're threatened. I've talked to so many people in the last few days that anyone that tries to defend me is threatened. Every creator that I've tried to have a relationship with, it's ruined by these people. They've interfered with people that I've recently collaborated with.
Okay. I want to put something out into the YouTubes here. Please, I welcome you. I implore you. I beg you. If you are a creator who was scared away from working with Katie or liking Katie or being friends with Katie, you're scared away from doing this or having this interaction with Katie because of you were scared away because of the messages or because of the people coming at you or whatever on YouTube, please reach out to me. First of all, I will personally apologize for anything that you experience, okay? But I just want to see if you're real. That's mostly, I'll be honest.
Like Preacher Boy. They said that I sent him threats, that I was trying to blackmail him. It wasn't true. They interfered with my relationship when I collaborated with Sherelle. They have caused issues with me and another creator named Leslie. They have any...
I also want to point out here too, like, I get what she's saying. She's upset because she hasn't had colleagues in her, perception, in her view, she hasn't had colleagues stand up for her and go to bat for her, fight for her or whatever. And that may very well be true, okay? I'm not going to argue that. But I'm also going to throw something out there, though, because if you want to have people in your life who do these acts that matter to you, such as stand up for you, then the first step to getting that is to display the desired trait in yourself. The desired trait that you wish to have in other people, you should first display in yourself. So kind of like if you put it out into the world, it'll come back to you, sort of thing. And, there is some kind of truth to that, I think. So maybe instead of sharing everyone's DMs that she's talked to or, worked with or collaborated with in the past, instead of putting their private words and thoughts on blast, instead of lying about them, instead of telling people like all this shit about them that's not true, maybe she should be the friend that she wants to have. Because right now, she's getting back exactly what she puts out there. She puts out there as being a shit friend and someone no one can trust, and she's getting that right back. I mean, just saying. This video, it's a little older. It's from the end of July, I believe. Yeah, it's a few months old. If you're just coming in, you probably didn't hear me in the beginning there. Basically, there's a few streams that over the past few months that kind of stand out to me. And I made it a point to kind of go through or to pull them, to maybe I want to re-listen to them with the knowledge I have today that I didn't have back then, because I think that that's where you really pick up on a lot of shit that she's kind of being shady about. One of the streams, I already did this already with one stream. It's streamed by UniRock, actually, but I didn't like the final outcome, so I'm gonna just take snippets or whatever from it and put those out at a later, like in a day or two. But this one I had pulled, and I hadn't listened to this one yet again, so that's just what I'm doing. Oh yeah. Her whole Instagram live last night contradicts this. She told everyone to fuck off and didn't care who didn't like her. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, why wasn't I playing that? I should have been playing that this whole time. How much is left in this? Is that still up on her Instagram? Oh wait, I couldn't really find it. I couldn't find a good downloader though for Instagram. That's right. How, fucker. Go away. And let's see. No, it's not still up. Looks like she took it down, I think. Yeah, she did. Yeah. All right, let me check chat and then I'll go back and yeah, I know I'm gonna pull up Llama Girl. All right, there's only a few minutes left in this. I might as well. Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 minutes left. I'll go pull up Llama Girl.
Anyone tries to work with me, these people destroy it. And I just want them to stop. They have no right to harm me through this meticulous targeted harassment. And it has ramped up to a point that no one has stood up for me. No one wants anything to do with me. And if I'm not on my channel, on my little island, all I hear is, Katie, we hate you. Have I made mistakes? Yes. Have I had to change things on how I do my channel? Yes. But that does not warrant at all what they are doing to me.
I thought I saw a little tear
I'm not
as well.
Perfect. People say, well, don't you get stories wrong? Yes. And I correct them. People say, well, don't you get mad and lash out? Yes. Yeah. My biggest regret in all of this is the lashing out. My biggest regret is yelling at other creators. My biggest regret is getting frustrated and feeling like I've been put into a corner and I can't scream. Like I just have wanted to be heard and no one would listen
I want to hear that again. Remember.
My biggest regret is thinking that everyone is a troll because I literally can't trust anyone. I actually found this quote, that everyone heard. I'm warrant at all what they are doing to me. I'm not perfect. People say, well, don't you get stories wrong? Yes. And I correct them. People say, well, don't you get mad and lash out? Yes. My biggest regret in all of this is the lashing out. My biggest regret is yelling at other creators. My biggest regret is getting frustrated and feeling like I've been put into a corner and I can't scream. Like I just have wanted to be heard and no one would listen to me. My biggest regret is thinking that everyone is a troll because I literally can't trust anyone. I actually found this quote today and I think this would like sum up perfectly how I have been feeling the last 7 months.
She started that off with saying she has regrets. I regret getting as angry as I did. I regret lashing out. I have regrets for my actions, But then it's like she can't even get through the entire explanation for that before she immediately, just in one sweep, one step, just flips it all around. Where she is not responsible for the things she did that she regrets. It's actually the people who put her in a corner and made her feel like she didn't have a voice. That's whose fault it is. That's what she regrets. She regrets other people pushing her to that point. That's her regret.
If you're stalked, you might fear of what the stalker will do, feel vulnerable, unsafe, and not know who to trust, feel anxious, irritable, impatient, and on edge, feel depressed, hopeless, overwhelmed, tearful, and angry, feel stressed, including having trouble concentrating, sleeping, and remembering things, having eating problems such as appetite loss, forgetting to eat, or overeating. I've been overeating. Having flashbacks, disturbing thoughts, feelings, or memories every day. feeling confused, frustrated, or isolated because people don't understand why you're afraid. That sums up everything. The biggest is feeling isolated.
Oh my God. Oh my God. People don't like her online. People talk shit about her online. She just now compared that to being a real life true victim of stalking and harassment. And what did she just say there? Well, let me come back here. She's been forgetting to eat lately, or overeating, or whatever. I've been overeating, having flashbacks, disturbing thoughts, feelings, or memories every day. What flashbacks is not being liked on social media giving you? Not being liked in high school? I mean, what freaking flashback are you talking about? But I know she's not referring to such flashbacks like that. She's talking about like PTSD kind of flashbacks. So not being liked on social media is putting you in the same place and time of your like worst trauma in your life. I mean, if not being liked on social media is pushing you to that point, I don't like to victim blame. I don't, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to do a little bit of victim blaming and say, I'm willing to bet that the majority of that problem is in the value in which you're placing on social media and not in, I don't know, having comparable situations. It's not that. I think it's just more about how much value you're putting into social media. And that's how much of a detriment it causes you when you're just not liked on it. It's crazy. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Autistic Shill. And your response to Jada is why you get another super chat. You can't see people suck. Thank you. Jana, if you're still here, I'm sorry I was rude to you, but I'm not sorry that I said what I said. Okay, I'll go back. It's almost over.
Feeling like I have no friends. Feeling like every time I try to make a relationship with any creator, they say I'm a terrible person. Everyone's saying I'm weird. I'm doing all of these different things. Like, I'm not a bad person. Am I a different person? Yes. But I swear to God, I'm not a bad person. And I'm so...
Oh my God. Okay. There's nothing wrong with being weird. Why is she saying that like it's a bad thing? Like, it's kind of like my selling point for myself. I don't know. But I forget what I was going to say.
Just all I want is this to stop, right? And I'm so person. Am I a different person? Yeah. Yes, but
she notice how she does that all the time. Like, she sells herself with such absolute. She's speaking in absolutes, like Luminosity pointed out. But I'm not a bad person. I'm a good person. You know, like, I'm a nice person. I've never spoken about myself like that. I honestly don't think I've ever spoken about myself like that. Like, I might say, I guess I'm pretty happy or whatever. I mean, I don't think I'm a bitch, but I'm a really good person. It's crazy. Psychopaths.
I swear to God, I'm not a bad person. And I'm so, just all I want is like this to stop, right? And this has been going on for months. And I need to share my truth. I want these people prosecuted. I want them to be held responsible through civil litigation. And I want the videos specifically removed. I want the videos of people using these allegations from this group to just get off this platform because it's not true. And I just want a chance for people to actually see who I am without this noise around me of these people who are trying to destroy me. And I just wish creators could understand that I'm not terrible.
Why can't I be shown in the light I want to be shown in without these people around to put me in a different light? Why can't people just see me the way I think I should be shown? Like, that's what you don't get the right, dude. You don't get the right to decide or dictate how someone else puts their, or lays his sight on you or whatever, what they take away from when they look at you. You don't get to decide that. weird the shit that this new bot picks up. I don't know. Trust me, is my truth, and I'm a good person. Exactly. Trust me, I'm a good person.
Terrible. I didn't deserve this. I'm just trying to protect my family. All right, you guys.
Wait,
this
what?
is way longer than I wanted it to be, to protect my could understand people actually see who I am. Not true. And I would just want a chance for people to actually see who I am without this noise around me of these people who are trying to destroy me. And I just wish creators could understand that I'm not terrible. I didn't deserve this. I'm just trying to protect my family. All right, you guys, this is way.
What? Is she trying to say? Is she trying to say like she's not this terrible person? I'm not this terrible person. People just think I'm this bitch because of things I said and did at the time. But I only said and did those things because I was trying to protect my family. That's like, how do you get here to here? And how do you do it in such few steps? It's crazy. I don't get it. When were you trying to protect your family when you called James Westbrook a career criminal? Were you trying to protect your family when you said that Chris Lee there is 100% gay? Were you trying to protect your family when, well, all right, you could actually argue and say you might have been trying to protect your family, but it would still be bullshit because you saying that the chick said that she was coming to your house is bullshit because she never said that. But yeah, I guess if you believe this Amber Portwood was flying up to Minnesota to, track you down, I guess you could argue and say, yeah, I was trying to protect my family. But yeah, why do you have to hide behind your family's safety to excuse your shitty behavior? Crazy.
Way longer than I wanted it to be. Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for listening to me today. And if you are someone that has been harassed by them, you're always able to tell me DMs. We are accepting any sort of messages, but of DMs or any interactions you've had with any of these people. If you're a creator that has made videos based off of these people, been influenced by these people, been threatened by these people, you can always reach out to me or Michael Saltz. I think the YouTube community as a whole needs to hold the people accountable that are doing things that are bad.
I'm willing to put good money down on this that Michael Saltz, upon hearing that she had said this in this video, I'm willing to bet good money that he'd said, fuck no.
And while I've been told that I need to be held accountable, which I think I have for a lot of the things that I have done, it's time that these people are held accountable, not only legally.
No. See, there's accountability, okay? And then there's ownership. She has taken zero amount of ownership for any of these things. And the accountability factor, well, if you're not going to apply ownership as being accountability, well, then what's left other than paying damages or agreeing to be punished? I mean, so no, she's had no accountability. She has paid no reprimands. You don't exactly get put on probation for saying mean shit about people on the internet. So come on, let's be realistic. So that would leave ownership, and she can't even do that because now they should have to pay too.
Legally and criminally, but also the community needs to hold these people up responsible. We need to be a community where we are not afraid to speak out, where we can share what happens to us, and that trolls are not allowed to win. No creator should have to go through the level of harassment that I've gone through.
Trolls can't win unless you let them. I mean, just don't play with them. Don't play with trolls, and then they can't win. They can't win if there's no game. And a game requires your acknowledgement of them and what they're doing. It's just stupid. I mean,
and I know I'm not the only one. So if my story can help anyone, just realize that sometimes because things take hold and sometimes because a story is told doesn't mean it's true. We have a responsibility to fact check. We have a responsibility to verify. Don't just make a video without knowing the truth. I've told people over and over again, my DMs are open, and it's still true today. All my DMs are open.
Unless you've been blocked.
I'm not open. I'm not open to being told that you don't like me. So please don't come into my DMs and say you don't like me. I've had enough of that. But if you have information to share, my DMs are open. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry for everything. I want them held responsible. And I just hope that all of you realize that anyone can become susceptible to trolls.
I'm sorry, everyone, but they need to be held responsible for my sorry.
That trolling is so dangerous and that it can go real life, and that when we create echo chambers in communities that basically are driven on hate, like the anti-Katie group.
But it's okay to build an echo chamber on ignorance like hers.
Where there's no checks and balances, this is what can happen. And when there's a select few people dedicated to taking me down, which there are, and they are not called out and they are not stopped, this perpetuates. And I just want this to stop.
The best way, the surefire way to get this to stop is really to stop acknowledging it. I mean, if she just stopped giving any of us attention and lashing out at us or holding us accountable or whatever, calling us out, like I wouldn't say all of us would stop, or we would all stop it like quickly or whatever. But yeah, for her, a lot of this bullshit would cease to exist. Okay. Yeah, they're open, but don't say anything I don't like. They're open, meaning you can send me a DM, but they're not open in that you have free speech. Oh God, how long was that one? The other one I looked at. Oh, the CPS letter one was on 12/17. Looks like. The other one was on 12. Yeah, 12/18 maybe. All right. All right. I'm gonna go to Llama Girl now. So, all right, I'm just gonna. One thing I love about what Llama Girl does here. I mean, obviously she grabs these and she posts them. You know that's awesome. That's more than enough to make me happy for a long while. But she also puts like quick little descriptions in each one. I really, really appreciate that. Start angry drunk. All right. Okay, there we go. Let me just check chat real quick. Yes, thank you, Annie. Yeah, for those who are coming in late, the video I just wrapped up playing is from, I believe it's from the end of July, like the very, very end of July. No, I'm not available for a.m. tomorrow. I'm scheduled to 1 a.m. I'm sorry. And unless it's dead, I won't be home before then. But if it's average, like if I have to just work my full shift, even then I won't be home till like 1:30 or almost 2, because by the time I cash out and, you know, do all that shit, whatever. But no, I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly what Annie said. I'm watching not all of them, not a lot of videos, just only a few like that kind of stuck. Just I remembered, and I'm just kind of revisiting, because knowing what I know now, I feel like I see or I hear things or pick up on things, and you learn things that you missed or whatever the first time. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna go to Mayhem now. Or not Mayhem. Llama Girl.
I'm literally telling you, if you heard the crap that people are telling me, like if Lawson Bates is dating someone or if the Bates are doing something, I don't fucking care right now. I honestly don't give a fucking shit about it. They're still actively recruiting for a fucking cult that is causing women to be raped and children to be abused. And I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care to promote them. I don't fucking care to like idolize them. I don't fucking care to like them. I don't fucking care. This isn't gossip. This isn't tea. Idolizing these fucking people is not cute. It's abuse. If you want to go into my DMs and ask me what I fucking think about Lawson Bates getting engaged, I want to say, fuck you. Why are you looking up to a family that promotes fucking marital rape? Why are you looking up?
Probably the same reason why you keep talking about these families and whatever. I mean, why are you on social media not shutting up about this shit? And she put something up on Facebook too. Just, I don't know, this thing of like how it's so hard for her to cover these stories because this is all the shit that she learns about or whatever. And now this is all her own words. She's explaining the things that she's reading about or she's learning about, whatever, in her own words. And the last thing on the item or the list there was child SA torture. Who the hell calls it that? Who the hell? I mean, when I looked at that, I almost looked like I was looking at some really fucked up dark web like search query. That's what it was. The way she included all the like the keywords, all the keywords right there, and just little line, you know, nice, neat, and compacted. That's exactly what her description sounded like. Who the fuck says this shit?
Up to a family that promotes fucking corporal punishment. Why are you looking up to a family where 2 of their sons were at the fucking Capitol riot that tried to overthrow our government? Why are you glamorizing these fucking assholes who are using their platforms to recruit people, vulnerable people, into an abusive patriarchal cult that abuses children and women? No, this isn't about taking care of my mental health. This is literally me passionately speaking about this. Like, I'm not having a mental breakdown. I'm literally telling you, this is not tea. These are literally people that are being abused, and half of them don't know they're being abused, and the women don't know they're being raped, and the children don't know that they're being beaten. That's not tea. That's not gossip. It's not fun.
Okay. Was that the first one? I think it was. Okay.
If you heard the...
She starts blacking here.
And there's so much misogyny. That's not my mental health. That's literally saying I'm sorry, I don't care. Okay, Shelly, goodbye. You know, and there's so much misogyny in this world that even people that follow me have to bring in their misogyny when I'm talking and saying, oh, you neglect your child because you're working. Is your son asleep? My son's fucking asleep and he can't hear me.
So
TLC and Up Network have blood on their hands because they have enabled thousands of people to go through this program that abuses people. Survivors of this send me messages every day. Every day.
sure.
I was sexually abused by my grandfather. I was raped by my father. I was raped by my brother. Like every day, those are the message I get from people from this.
Oh, wait. I gotta stop this.
I apologize.
So, I guess Keemstar uploaded something like an hour ago.
Shall I tell you about my life? Say I'm a man of the world. I've flown across every time, and I've seen lots of pretty girls. Guess I've got everything I need. I wouldn't ask more, and there's no one I'd rather be.
Oh my god!
Could you live?
Oh my god, that's horrible! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow! She can't fucking she can't really reply to that. She can't. Like any reply she gives to that is just being an asshole. Wow. That was good. That was good. Hopefully the whole message though doesn't get lost on myself or any of us. I mean, don't drink and drive. Don't ever drink and drive. Just don't. Like take a cab and rip the cab off if you have to. Like just ditch or whatever. Just don't drive drunk. Wow. Oh my god. I was watching it. I just kept expecting it to be a joke or something. But then I'm like, and then it dawned on me at the end. I'm like, no, the fact that it's not a joke is the burn. Like, holy shit. There we go. Now it's working again. Yes, that was good. Wow, that was an epic response. All right, let me go back to Llama.
If I'm not interested in talking about the gossip today. This is bigger than gossip. None of it's normal, and they very much act like it's normal.
What?
It bothers me that when I finally speak out and I share how I'm feeling about it, that I'm told that I'm like, need to take care of my mental health. Like, dude, no. Who else is speaking?
So, I just got sent something. I don't even know who sent it to me. Fuck. It's if you ever get like chat logs or something for text messaging or any kind of messaging service, they come in like a PDF format. Well, I just got sent a PDF from apparently Katie's old Discord. I don't know what's in it here though. Yeah, I got it's. Is it just one page? Yeah, it's one page. Okay, so it's not too much to read. But yeah, cool. All right, I'm gonna play another video and I'm gonna look over real quick. Katie invites Luca to fight and then doesn't fuck off. Oh, wait, we are. No, yeah, I didn't play the one yet.
It's not my mental health. That's
Shut up.
Who else is speaking out for these victims? Who else? If you're in the cult and you try to speak out, they silence you and they don't take you seriously. If there's a girl, a little girl that's 20 years old, 19 years old, that's seeing this video that is changed or moved to leave, that's accomplishing a goal. I got a message yesterday from a girl who said, I left because of you. Like, I can't change the old guys' minds because they're thriving in it. If I can help their daughters leave or their sons leave, I'm all for it. I did post about the engagement today. I didn't say anything. Luca, do you want to fight? Do you want to go live with me and fight? I'll fight you. I'm here to watch Josh get his, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not about hardcore shit. Like, I've been doing this for years. I have plenty of ways to take care of myself.
What the fuck is that noise?
Like, please don't minimize me when I'm trying to share. Like, I feel like I get triggered when you guys do that kind of stuff because when I'm listening to the story, plenty of ways to take care of myself. It's not about hardcore shit. Like, I've been doing this for years. I have plenty of ways to take care of myself. Like, please don't minimize me when I'm trying to share. Like,
wow.
I feel like I get triggered when you guys do that kind of stuff because when I'm listening,
like I was getting nauseous. I don't even like legit nauseous. What the hell was that? What was she doing?
To the stories of the people from this cult, all people are told in this cult to just shut up and like to be told what to do.
She's scratching her leg. What the fuck?
You know what, Luca? Fuck off. Don't follow me. It wasn't gossip to say someone's getting married. It's literally saying someone got married, is getting married. Oh my God, I gotta go.
Hey, Luca, you're welcome to come over here.
Literally saying, I'm sorry, I don't care.
What's playing? What the hell's playing? Okay. Tells Lizzie to fuck off. Black Supers people.
I hope you like fuck off, Lizzie. Who
Lizzie,
else wants to get
you come
blocked?
over here.
Who else wants me to say fuck off? Are you gonna spread a rumor that I'm doing cocaine like Keemstar?
Are you?
Or that I'm being drunk right now when I'm actually not drunk. I'm just really tired.
Because all sober people feel the need to say that they're sober.
Linda, you need to get your hearing aids, like not your hearing aids checked. You need to listen, like literally listen to what I said. If you don't know why I'm triggered by people telling me to shut up when people in this cult are told to shut up, please go check your Google. I swear.
There you have it. She's a victim of this crazy religious sex cult because people on social media told her to be quiet. She knows exactly how they feel now. She's lost her voice. She's had her voice stolen from her. She's not been able to speak out in defense of people questioning her about stuff she's talking about on social media. Yep. Now she knows. She knows the struggle now.
There are days, man. I can't handle this. Not this. Just the idiotic crap.
No, I'd say this too.
I swear to God. It's really hard to hear stories from the survivors, but I'm empathetic and I'm very kind to them. And I appreciate them sharing their stories. And I find it really aggravating that there's assholes on here that just want to make it about drama when it's not drama.
It's not drama. I mean, people are wanting to know more, so they're asking questions on her social media live streams. That's not drama. It's serious. Drama's not tea.
I think Linda can go to...
You come here, Linda.
This hasn't gone off the rails. I think I'm getting trolled. And I know that I'm getting trolled because...
This is so far off the rails that you can't even see him anymore, probably because she snorted them all.
Is people that literally never comment are saying things. Who else is speaking out for these victims? Who else? If you're in the cult and you try to speak out, they silence you and they don't take you seriously. If there's a girl,
Oops, what happened?
a little girl that's 20 years...
Okay. Katie going after Keemstar again, bringing up his taxes again, insinuating he's lying. She accuses him of all sorts. She is drunk. Okay. Come on.
Who else do I need to remove?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna share that PDF in just a second.
And I always know that it's not people that are normally here because it's people that suddenly start commenting. And then once I block you, you're in my DMs begging me to unblock you. And you pretend like you're not being a dickhead. You're welcome, Lori Dever. Lori Dever is in that world, okay? Yeah. Keemstar's fans are not my fans because I don't deal with rape apologetic people that tell people to kill each other. Or Keemstar was arrested for arson and he owes the government $264,000. And he's also told someone to go kill himself, and then he did kill himself, and he's accused people that have been raped of being not raped, and he loves to defend rapists. So
Keemstar never told anyone to go and do that to themselves. Never. That was never said. We just went over that in a stream just recently. He had said to someone, "Oh, if you think life is such a simulation, if that's all that life is, and why don't you, not you, but why not?" Oh no, he said, "Why not just go jump off a cliff? You know, why be afraid of death? Why not just go jump off a cliff if life is a simulation?" That's what he said. He never said, "Hey, why don't you go do this to yourself?" And then, come on. But It's not about the facts. It's not even about the victim. It's all about making the person she don't like look as bad as possible. That's what all that matters.
So I don't give two shits what Keemstar says about me.
Sure.
Goodbye, Tanya. It's if he paid it, that it's literally still on the county website. So I don't know about that. It's almost November, and I pulled that off their county website this month, yesterday. But Keemstar doesn't need to dig into people's pasts, pull up people's records to use it as a weapon against someone.
He didn't do that to her, though. She initiated the whole thing by tweeting about how good he should go anyways. His channel's been dying anyways. Like, fuck him. So she should have, anyone would have expected a response from anyone, really, but especially from Keemstar. She knew better. She knew to expect one. And he didn't pull her records. He just said, why don't you go drive drunk somewhere or something like that? She's the one who gave his, what he said, credibility by commenting back on it the way she did, because that told everyone, oh shit, that's true then. She's an idiot. Okay. Yeah, I think she did. Yeah, she did. She had to have looked up Keemstar. Yeah, she would have had to have looked up his real name, his address, his his county. That's, I don't even know his real name, I don't think. I want to say Keem is like part of his name or some shit. I don't need to know. It's all good. Oh yes, I want to share this. So there's the person who sent me this. It looks like they highlighted some parts, so I'm guessing that's what they're bringing to my attention, because nothing. I anything else in here, I don't even know what it's about, most of it. So I'm guessing that's not really what they're trying to bring to my attention. But this is interesting. So like I said, this is from a chat log from her Discord, her old Discord server. This is, what's it, 11/28/2020. So here is this is what was highlighted, the yellow here, obviously, as you can see. And apparently Aaliyah was, I think this might have been right after I made this video about Aaliyah. It's not up on my channel. It is on my channel still, but it's not listed right now because I didn't redact some things that I was asked to redact after I had done the stream, and it's already up in YouTube, the editor, and I don't know how to work. Dude, I fucking hate YouTube editor. Like, what I need to do is just download the video, edit it, and what I use on my computer, and then just re-upload it. That's what I need to do. But I still keep telling myself, no, I'll just mess with it in the YouTube editor or whatever. But that's why you can't see it right now. That's all. So yeah, I guess she says to Leah, Erin Costello stalks me. Please don't engage with her. Leah says, what's her Twitter handle? I've been dealing with bullshit from all directions the last few days. Katie says, you were just talking to her. Wow, so you're watching people talk to me? Okay. SlayerSome. How could she see that, though? She's got me blocked. Oh, wait, she might not have had me blocked back then. I don't remember. No, wait, no, she did. Lee says, I believe I ended up just blocking her. I blocked a lot of people today. So Katie says, I've been working on stuff for my lawyer all day. Thumbs down. Well, the more I do, the less he has to do. We are filing this week, so it's been a lot. Then, I'm so done watching videos of the person I can't name. I'm guessing she means Tati. What we are filing is going to blow up everything. And someone says, I wouldn't watch videos about what's her face anymore. Just let the filings fall and keep marching forward. So then Katie says, no, I had to. We are working on all the details and had to find specific details from her social media, which meant combing through 2 years of stuff. I saved money by doing it for him. Otherwise, it's like $400 an hour. So she might have actually written, or she definitely contributed to much of that first filing there, that response. The one that we all kind of said, Katie wrote this, huh? Yeah. She might have. She might have. Yeah, that's a good point. How do you trump somebody who was drunk driving and arrested by saying you didn't pay your taxes? True. Very true. Chincha, I already have Llama Girl pulled up. We're watching some of the clips from last night. All right, so Katie going after Q's. Oh wait, did we already? She invites him to come for her.
Are
Idiot.
abusive to people, to use it as a weapon against someone and then expect people not to respond. If you don't have your shit cleaned up, tidied up, if you don't pay your fucking taxes for 5 years, you have been arrested for arson. You are a rape apologist.
I've since learned that his arson arrest was from firecrackers.
You are abusive.
Basically just firing off some firecrackers. That's it.
To women on your Twitter constantly. I don't give a shit what you think of me. Please come at me. I don't give a shit. Nobody cares. Why does he give a shit what I say about him? I have 57,000 people on my Instagram and like 185,000 on my YouTube. He has 6 million. He shouldn't give two shits what I have to say.
See, this is crazy right here. I'm looking at the chat, and right here, Coco Hush says he told someone to themselves. That's unforgivable. Like this person here in this chat never heard this before. Coco had no idea, never heard this narrative before. Now, she's applying an unforgivable act to someone that she doesn't really know because of something Katie said. That's crazy.
He does give a shit what I have to say because I'm a female and I'm an easy fucking target and everyone fucking hates me in that side of YouTube. So
what do you mean on that side of YouTube? If you were going to apply sides to YouTube, I would say that it's from a lot of sides of YouTube, but how is there a side?
They can all like rally up and be like, oh, and you're so terrible.
You're an easy target and everything because you lie about everything. You open yourself up for it.
Terrible. I get it. Nobody fucking likes me. Cool.
I mean, she's sitting there doing God knows what, and her chat even says, oh, well, he posted screenshots that it was paid. And they say it up there for like the entirety of this clip, just about, that at least that I can recall. And she's felt no sense of responsibility to correct the record there? I don't get it.
To use it as a weapon against.
I've said all along that if she could go to the trial, she would. Oh, this, oh my, I hate it. This clip I did here, this fucking was gross.
Working on trying to figure out if I'm going to go to the trial or not. Amy has asked me to go. Amy wants me to go with her for moral support, and I just got to figure out if I can go. Hello.
Oh, okay.
And my nose is running, and I can feel it running. We're also just, well, there's a lot of considerations that I have to think about if I'm going to go. You guys, there's like safety issues for me, like serious safety considerations that I would have to consider. Thank you. I'm not eligible for my booster yet. You can only get your booster after like 7 or 8 months or something, and I'm not eligible yet. Oh.
Yes, thank you. That'd be awesome. Yes.
If I go, I won't have my computer. I'll be able to bring my laptop, but my laptop does not have the same capabilities. If I do any reporting, it would have to be from my phone. So it's not going to be the same content or quality, but there's a lot of people in Arkansas that want to talk to me and want to meet me. So I feel like.
What? But she's going to need security or something, she said, didn't she? There's so many people there who want to talk to me and meet me, but I need security so they don't kill me. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to go then. I don't know.
Todd would not be able to come with me.
She looks so happy about that too. She's fighting back a smile. I would too, though. I don't blame her.
Can we not talk about vaccines? Can you guys, for 1 minute, stop making this about COVID? Stop telling me what to do if I'm going to do something. I don't, like, for 1 minute, like, legitimately, stop telling me about COVID and what I have to do. Like, honestly. I would not be driving. I would have to fly. If I went, I would not be staying by myself. Don't worry.
I don't see anything in chat about fix.
I don't know
COVID
anything
or
about
whatever.
ongoing abuse, so I can't answer that. And it's not my job to, I don't interfere in the stories. It's not my job to, first of all, I'm not hearing firsthand that people are being abused today. And second of all, I'm not going to call CPS on anyone because my job is to report. I'm not here to interfere in stories. I have to report on stories. So I'm not like calling Josh.
See, here's the problem, though. When she sits there and she tells everyone how, oh, all these people are calling, they're telling me about all this abuse is happening, everything is going on. Okay, well, say someone who ends up getting accused of abuse, okay, you know, obviously, you know, they did or whatever. They can find out maybe who is the person responsible for telling people. Like they can pinpoint who it is that's running their mouth by if something comes their way and they hear that she said that she's admitting to getting all these chats, all this information from people, they can request her records. I mean, she's talking to people in a professional manner. She should shut her fucking mouth about it. That's what a real advocate would do.
I will turn as probation officer. I'm not doing any of that. I didn't hear about literally any abuse happening right this moment in this day and age. If I go to the trial, I would go with Amy. So I wouldn't need security because I would have Amy.
So she won't need security because she'll have Amy and okay.
And nothing's going to happen to Amy and Deanna.
Oh, shit.
They're already talking about how to keep me safe. Don't worry about it. There's a lot of people down there that want me to come down. I will say this. I will say this, that what's
that noise? What is she doing? What did... Was she just trying to like intimidate her chat with like her face?
Yes. Jim Bob's sister wants me to come down for the trial, and Amy, his niece, wants me to go with her.
Did she have a stroke? Yes, okay.
I'm just trying to think.
Catherine B, you're killing me. Yeah, this whole stream was just like I don't know how to like someone like it just we've all known that person or whatever, someone who we interacted with for a brief period of time or maybe even years, who knows, who cares, that's not the point, but they move on to something like higher class, something viewed to strive for or whatever, and then they just like kind of look back and you're like, oh, look at these little people over there or whatever, you know. They used to wash my car for me or whatever. Like I was never actually friends with them, you know. Like that's what she's acting like. She's treating her followers, her chat there or whatever, as like the old friend she used to go slumming with. And now that she's moved on and up to reports of abuse in her DMs daily from the cult, now that she's moved up to that kind of reporting, well, now she can't be bothered with your petty shit with this family or that family. So just stop coming at her in her DMs because you don't know the pressure. It's so much more important over here. That's what it's like. That's exactly what the stream was like.
It would be... I wouldn't need.
This is fucking crazy. How she went about talking about this. I couldn't believe it.
I have to think about it. I'm not going to answer questions right now. Sorry. They don't show the open court what he's downloading, so you don't have to worry about me seeing anything. That would never happen. The public does not get to see any of that because it's illegal. They do not show the open court the videos. They do not show the open court the images. They do not show the open court anything. That's all protected. That would be insane if the open court got to see child sexual abuse material. If that was the case, you guys, can you imagine if the court just showed that stuff? Every pedophile in the country would go to every sexual abuse check. Like every pedophile in the country would go to every trial of any other person downloading this shit so that they could get their hits. None of this gets shown in trial. That's insane. That would be like saying to someone, I got raped, and so while...
Sorry, I want to see the chat here for a second.
I have to think about it.
Oh, you might need counseling after the trial.
I'm not going to answer questions right now. Sorry. They don't show the open court what he's downloading, so you don't have to worry about me seeing anything. That would never happen. The public does not get to see any of that because it's illegal. They do not show the open court the videos. They do not show the open court the images. They do not show the open court anything. That's all protected. That would be insane if the open court got to see child sexual abuse material. If that was the case, you guys, can you imagine?
Okay. I didn't see anything in the chat that asked that. Someone asked, or someone made a comment like you might need therapy or something after that. I forget what it was, but that's it. Just they didn't say why they said that. I mean, I could think of a dozen reasons why someone might say that in this situation, but I don't know.
And if the court just showed that stuff, every pedophile in the country would go to every sexual abuse check. Like every pedophile in the country would go to every trial of any other person downloading this shit so that they could get their hits. None of this gets shown in trial. That's insane. That would be like saying to someone, I got raped, and so while we're at the trial, you get to watch me get raped. Like, that's not how this works. I'm not doing anything for you guys when if I decide to go. I have to be clear on that. I don't know how much reporting I would actually be able to do while I'm there. Me going would be less about reporting.
But I mean, it's a real report anyway. She could just pretend that she went, lie and say that she went, make shit up how she imagines that things went or whatever, and then she could just pocket the money. I mean, what am I doing? Oh, okay.
Meeting people, bringing you updates if I can, as I can, but meeting people, being there for people. To support Amy, to support Deanna. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really tired. I don't feel good. For some of these people, it's going to be the only time that they actually get some truth. So think of it this way. If you're Amy and Deanna and you're related to these people and they've lied to you your whole lives about every aspect of their lives, and they've withheld the most deepest, darkest secrets and exposed you to a predator by putting you on a show with the predator, and then lied to you for years following that, like, it's could be the only time they actually get answers. And they can't rely on Jim Bob to give them any answers. So the only way that they are going to get answers is if they go to court. I'm not close to the Duggar family.
Who the hell thought that she was? Just silly. Yeah.
I think you understand that Amy and Deanna are not the Duggar family. Jim Bob and Michelle have isolated themselves from everyone. They exist in their own planet, and everyone doesn't get to spend time with their kids. Like, their kids have been isolated from everyone. Like, Deanna was not allowed to have time with her nieces and nephews. The kids never got to spend alone time with their grandparents. Like, they didn't spend the night at aunts and uncles' houses. They literally were isolated from everyone. I don't know. Don't expect the siblings to make like some sort of like united stand down against Josh. They're just as brainwashed.
What the hell is that noise? So annoying.
Smarty doesn't believe in me. She says, I don't see you going.
What are you doing? Oh, you thirsty? Need water? Oh, the cat talked back. How cute.
Can Frida be my emotional support dog? No. She can't. I wish.
What are you doing? Oh, good boy.
So if I'm crabby and if I'm moody, this is a heavy topic. This isn't like, it's a lot of work to put these videos together. It's a lot of work to interview these people. Like, one of the people I talked to today was over an hour and a half. Another person I talked to was over an hour.
There, if you want, I can give you 2 out of those 3.
Like, I don't think you. I don't know how many days the trial is supposed to be.
It's however many days it takes.
Truthfully, it's not that I'm Amy's best friend. It's not even that I'm Amy's good friend. It's more that like I'm maybe one person in the world around them that knows a little bit of what they're going through, and has been fighting for the truth for them. I think that's why.
Can we put it back down? Put it once. On the floor. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Here, come down here and take it.
So anyways, I hope you guys have a good night. And yeah, I'm sorry if I'm short tonight. I'm so exhausted. I'm not trying to be rude.
You want to fight? Come on, come fight me. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just so
No.
tired.
You don't understand. The Duggars are not confrontational. Like everyone's like acting like the Duggars are going to be like super like rude and stuff. Like that's not how these people are. They don't exist in a world where they like fight with people. It's everything is super passive aggressive because they have to look like really good Christians. They don't attack people. They don't go after people. They don't like. They're more likely to spread rumors about you and try to ruin your reputation.
Tired.
Love you too.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How many more clips does she have? Because I just saw the time, so I think I'm gonna call this a night. Oh, just the two? Is that it? Okay. All right, just these two. All right.
They'd probably be overly nice, exactly, and like invite me over for food.
Poisoned food. She just
I have no interest in going to the big house.
why even do a live then if you're not?
Every child is different. Will Michelle finally cook? You know what's interesting? You guys hate Michelle, and I'll tell you a secret. This is what I was told about Michelle today. Michelle's not allowed to have an opinion. Michelle has one job and one job only. Keep sweet. And support Jim Bob. She does not get.
What? You can see people suck lighted weed plant. Pardon me, EKC, my owner. Can I bother you for a cup of water and some Cheez-Its? Thank you. No, bitch. Get the fuck back in your corner. Fucking smack your ass.
To have an opinion. He's very controlling of her. Because I asked, like, what does she know? And they said they don't know.
Okay. All right, last one.
Michelle's opinions don't matter because he's the patriarch. It's kind of reminiscent to the fact that someone told me that when he was at Art Reformers Unanimous, Michelle never went, not once. And in the interviews with Megyn Kelly, the only one of them that actually expressed sadness for the girls was Michelle. Part of me believes wholly in my heart that Michelle is way more upset about what happened to the girls than Jim Bob, but she can't actually say it.
She just looks like she's like drugged with Special K or something all the time. To me, I don't know.
When you start to see Michelle as like a victim of domestic violence, it kind of changes things. And I want to apologize ahead of time, but I'm finding it really hard to engage in the gossip of all of this right now because all of this other stuff is so heavy. And I have to say that from the bottom of my heart. When I get messages from you or comments from you about, oh, so-and-so is in a relationship or this or that, and I'm just like, you guys don't understand what I'm listening to.
Wow. Perhaps Katie smoked my cousin indica. Thank you for the super chat, Rena Roo. I've been lurking this whole stream. Please. Oh, sorry. Thank you for the super chat, Rena Roo. I've been lurking this whole stream. Please read this in your Katie voice. I could use another good laugh. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Was that good? Thank you, though. What's Special K? It's a drug. It's a dissociative by classification or whatever, but just kind of makes you feel like really numb, and I don't know how else word. I don't know. It's known as ketamine, so it was kind of big back in the days of raves and shit. I honestly haven't really heard anything about it in years. Yeah, it's a horse tranquilizer or some shit like that. That's its like main medical purpose is to knock out big farm animals. So of course humans decided to take it, you know. But yeah, anytime I've ever seen Michelle or just heard her speak, she just always reminded me of someone who just like drugged up in Special K. Hey, that's what she was like. I don't know. I've only like seen her on TV or whatever, like a handful of times, or heard her speak, really. So, oh boy. Okay, so let me check chat here. I saw the Glare was chatting earlier, but I kept missing him. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, why didn't that one show? Okay. Yeah, but I want to know what the hell she was doing there in the background, like right next to like her device's microphone, mind you. It was really annoying. Some of them just sounded gross. Okay. All right. So yeah. So on that note, I'm going to end this. I am going to finish. I will end up doing the video that I was talking about earlier. Someone also sent me a few other streams, so it looks like I need to check out right now. So I have to work tomorrow night. I have to work Sunday during the day. I I'm not going to be streaming at all tomorrow. Maybe Sunday. Oh, that's right. I might actually be streaming Sunday with someone else, but if that's what we do, we'll let y'all know. So yeah, all right. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend.